Andre is a love pastor.
The Love Commandments is perfect for readers who are looking for a roadmap to relationship success using biblical principles, whether you're navigating the early days of your romance or seeking to rejuvenate a long term partnership. You go on the date after you sit up there and pay 300 or 400 to get her hair done, another 100 to get a nice outfit, another $80 or whatever to get her nails done. All this money that you're spending only to find out that you don't like her. I mean, who does that?
This is the Christian Readers Community Podcast.
A quiet whisper in the night so near, stories of faith that draw you here. The words unfold like morning's glow, a place of truth where hearts will grow. A gentle breeze that turns the page, wisdom passed through every age. Come gather around and take your seat, the Christian Reader's Tales complete.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Christian Readers Community. My name is Faith Ijiga, and I'm excited. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm here with an author. I can't wait for you to hear from him. Welcome to the show, Andre AJ Kana.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
so
Thank you
much
for
for
having me.
thank you so much for joining me. So let's talk about you. Why do you have two initials in your name? If you don't mind me asking.
AJ,
Yeah.
is that what you're asking about?
Yes.
Well, if you if you Googled Andre Carter, you'd have a whole bunch of people. So I have to differentiate me from everybody else.
Okay. Because so I usually see people just have one initial at the middle of their name, but
Uh-huh.
seeing you have two. Would you mind telling us the full what the AJ stands for?
Andre James,
Oh. Oh, okay, 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 okay.
my name.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's talk about you. Could you share a little about yourself?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, my name is Andre AJ Carter. I'm a minister. I've been a minister since I've been ordained since 2013. I'm an author, an award-winning writer. I've won number one in America in poetry 3 years in a row. I've appeared everywhere, just about. um, I have a book that's in a movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a book in a movie, and you know, I'm here to talk about my newest book, The Love Commandments, which is based upon God's biblical way of how love should actually be, as opposed to what society says it should be.
As opposed to what society says it should be. So let's go back a little. Tell us about the book you have that's made into a movie.
Okay. The manual, that was a book originally written for men. Okay.
Okay.
It's just a relationship book for men that tells men how to go about dating, how to be more successful in your dating, and how to build a better marriage. Finding out how what's missing and all that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it like a fiction book?
No, not fiction. I don't write fiction.
Okay.
Everything
Because
everything is real, very
yeah,
real.
so some people might actually argue that fiction is also real.
No, fiction is made up. That's why it's called fiction.
Actually, I'm actually one of those who differs. I guess maybe I'm gonna be biased because I write fiction, and I guess you're standing more. on the nonfiction aspect, being more real than fiction because you write nonfiction, right?
Well, no, that's not why, because the genre is called nonfiction. So therefore, I'm going to call it what it actually is. It's just like if you see a car, you don't call it a truck because it's a car. You know,
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can call it what you want to call it, but it's a car, and a truck is a
Mm-hmm.
truck.
But fiction is actually based on reality. It's just that when you're
based
writing
on,
fiction,
based
so the
on. It can be based on, should I say, but the stories are made up stories. It's not like and they're adding
no.
adding to it and this and that. Unless you're sitting up there writing a memoir, it's not nonfiction.
So what do you say about books set during the Second World War, Civil War, and other real life
Those are
events?
nonfiction books. Those are nonfiction.
Yes,
Those are nonfiction.
but they are based on real life situation, right?
Right. Those are called nonfiction. Right.
Okay,
That
I'm
means it's
talking
real
about
life.
fiction books that
It's
are
imaginary.
set during Second World War and during past events.
You're saying there's books about war that
Fiction
happened,
books, fiction books.
fiction books. That
Yes,
means that they talked about the war, but they added to it. That's
yes.
what it
That
means.
that's why I said it's real life. It's based on real life situation or inspired by
Right, but
real
you
life
made up the
situation. Yeah.
story. Right, which makes it fiction.
Okay, now I'm gonna say this, then you can tell me what's you know in as much as I made it up in my head, doesn't mean that it never happened to anybody, because you see them mentioning in these fiction books set during wars or maybe past events. They mention real names, real situations, and they even bring in some real life figures into those fictional books.
Right,
And there was a day I was reading a book by Stephen James, and he was arguing that fiction is also facts, and it's based on facts, because you don't just make up stories in your head and write, except you're writing fantasy. But if you're writing stuff like maybe
uh
non-fiction, political
huh.
thrillers, yeah, you got to be accurate with stuffs. So that's why I kind of believe that fiction is also based on real life situations.
But I'm saying, is it word
Yes.
for word? Is it word for
No.
word?
No.
What happened?
You take the liberty of writing fiction, and you make it more
Right,
entertaining. Yes, but it doesn't
exactly.
it
That's what makes
doesn't
it fiction. Nonfiction, you take no liberties. It's all real. That's the
mean.
difference.
Okay. Yes, but it doesn't change the fact that fiction is also based on real life.
Okay. So basically you think there's a real Harry Potter out there.
I believe.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Okay. I not really, but
J.K. Rowling's made a whole lot of money off that book. It must be real based on what you're saying.
Not really, but there are real life CIA agents, FBI agents, undercover cops, and so
Right.
on and what have you. Yeah, we have soldiers, marines. These are all real life institutions, and they have real life agents or
Right.
personnel. Yeah. So if
Right.
you're basing your fiction on, then I think there's some form of reality in it, right?
No. No. You know why?
Why?
The title is real,
Okay.
but but when you're writing fiction, the story has to be real for it to be nonfiction. That's what it is. It's not the title of the people and stuff in the book. It's is the story real? Did it actually happen?
It's real because
How?
you're definitely, yeah, because you're representing a real life character somewhere in your book,
I'm not talking about the character.
although
I'm talking about the
although
story
in
that
a
you're telling.
fictional way. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
Okay,
said
so
it right. You said it right. You said it correctly.
okay,
Thank you.
okay, let me,
In
okay, I'm gonna
a
ask you
fictional
this
way.
final question. I'm gonna ask you this question before we move on, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So yes, so we have the parables that Jesus told.
Uh huh.
He used parable to describe real life situations,
Okay.
right? So would you
Okay.
say they are not real because it was fictionalized?
I wasn't there. All I got to go on is what's written in the Bible. So I can't tell you, you know, did Eve really bite the apple? Did the serpent talk to her? I can only go by what's told to me.
No, I'm talking about the parables of Jesus Christ, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, so he used parables to describe real life situations, and he
Okay.
likened it, to events both past and present. So, would you say because parables are fiction or stories in a way that they are not realistic or they are not real?
If it's not real, it's not real. No matter who says it.
All
No matter
right.
who says it.
All right, no problems. So that's your opinion, and well, I think
It's not my terminology. Understand that. I'm not telling
no,
you my thoughts. I'm telling
no,
you what's actually fact. I'm not going to change
no.
the facts. You know, if I got a
Yes,
white wall, I
some
can't tell
might.
you it's green because
Yeah,
I like the color green. Oh, I like that color, so that's the color it is. No, if it's white, it's white.
you know, some might beg to differ, but either way, no problem. You've given me your facts, right?
According to my English teacher, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I gave you.
Okay, so he says it's according to his English teacher. No
In
problems,
college. Yep.
Andre.
According to the
Yeah.
university professor, that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, no problems, no problems. Let's just agree to disagree so that we'll move on.
Okay.
Yes, thank you
Besides
so
that,
much.
other
Th-
people will tell you that some of the stories in there that might
Yeah.
actually be real are actually parables. So it all depends on who you're asking. Also,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank God you said so. Thank God you've said it. You said that it depends on who you're asking.
mm-hmm. Yep, it's true.
So, so yeah, let's come back to you writing nonfiction, real
Okay.
nonfictions. Yeah. So you wrote this book, and okay, so it was turned into a movie, right? When was it turned into a movie? How long now?
Oh, it came out in 2021.
Oh, beautiful. That's a long
Yep.
time. How long have you been writing?
Oh, geez, all my life actually. I started writing since 6 years old.
Oh, okay. So when did you publish your first book?
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I will say the first book with my name on it because I did a lot of ghostwriting prior to that. So the first book with my name on it I written in 2013. Yeah.
2013. So you've been writing for 12 years.
Well, no, published for 12 years.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Published for 12 years. How many books have you
Yeah.
written in total?
Uh, four that
Four.
under my name. Yep.
Wow, wow.
But
Okay.
I've written one for a real estate firm. I wrote their manual prior to me ever coming out with a book.
Wow. All the people you ghost wrote for, Were they all nonfiction? Like, I'm not gonna ask you about the books since they are,
Yes,
a
they were all
ghostwritten book. Yeah.
nonfiction. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, okay. How were you able to blend your work as a pastor with your writing?
Because they're all nonfiction. So therefore, and I talk about the same exact thing, relationships. I didn't deviate.
Oh, okay. So you're a relationship coach, right?
Uh-huh. See?
Oh,
The relationship coach. When I minister, I talk about relationships. When I write my books, I'm talking about relationships.
yep. Andre is a love pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to establish that fact. Okay, so tell us about your latest book.
Okay, it's called The Love Commandment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great book. You should check it out. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
well, since you want to know about the love commandments, I'll tell you. Here it is. The love commandments is perfect for readers who are looking for a roadmap to relationship success using biblical principles, whether you're navigating the early days of your romance or seeking to rejuvenate a long term partnership. Whether you experience conflict or feeling disconnected from your partner, this book provides the strategies and mindset shifts you need to create the relationship that you desire. That's what
Hmm.
it is in a nutshell.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
And does it give pointers, how to, bring God
Mm,
in your
yep.
relationship?
It's talking about everything, like every problem that you can think of.
Oh,
It brings up what the Bible says about it. Like for instance, I'll give you a prime example.
okay.
Um, the other day, I was on a podcast and uh, the host was arguing with me about the man is supposed to be the provider. Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's what she told. That's what she said, right? And
Yeah.
she based it on um what Paul said about a man who doesn't provide for his family is worse than you know. Uh,
An infidel.
exactly. That's what he based it on. What she based it on.
Okay.
Um, but if you study that verse, okay, what it's talking about is a widow.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
she's not talking about boyfriends and girlfriends and all that type of stuff like women like to sit there and say, oh, if a man date me, he gotta get my hair done and this and that or whatever. I mean, who does that? It's like I keep telling people, if you, let's say for instance, somebody offers you an investment opportunity, right?
Yeah,
Don't you want to see what you're investing in? Don't you want to find out about it first before you drop that money?
I
Or do you
do.
drop the money first?
No, I would like to find out first.
Exactly. But in today's dating market, the women want you to drop the money first. And what if you don't even like that person?
Hmm.
You go on the date after you sit up there and pay 300 or 400 to get her hair done, another 100 to get a nice outfit, you know, another $80 or whatever to get her nails done. And now you spent all this money, and then she wants to go to the best steakhouse, so you spend another 300 or 400 on that. All this money that you're spending, only to find out that you don't like her.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what women expect out here. And they say, oh, if you're not going to do it, oh, you know, something's wrong with you. A man's supposed to sit up there and take care. No, a man's supposed to take care of his wife. And when God created woman, and you can read it for yourself in Genesis, what did He say? He will create a helpmate, which means that she's supposed to help. Doesn't mean that the man's supposed to do it all by himself. You see, women get things mixed up when
Yeah.
because they sit up there and say, oh, back in the days, my grandma and grandpa, grandpa did everything and my grandma didn't work. No, grandma couldn't work because of the fact that we were just getting out of slavery. And when we got out of slavery, it was unlawful for the woman to work. So if you were married and somebody had to feed you and stuff like that, guess who it was? It was the man. The woman
Yeah.
couldn't do it. She couldn't work.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the 60s that they fought for equal rights that they could work.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is
Yeah.
what they're basing it on. It has nothing to do with anything biblical. Nothing. Yeah.
Okay. So,
And if you sit up there, even if you wanted to use what Paul said, Paul doesn't override God. A
no.
man said it. You understand what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
man said it. It's the same thing that happened in the garden. God told them, do not eat of that tree of good and evil. And then the snake came along and said, oh, you don't have to listen to him, you know, and you can eat it. Your eyes will be open just like him, and he doesn't want that. It's the same thing. Women are getting her ears whispered in all the time today and whatnot by other women when they have men sitting right there that can tell them exactly how a man thinks, but they rather listen to a woman who's never been a man tell them how a man thinks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, that analogy really got me. Yeah, okay. So you said, the Bible was referring to a widow. How did you mean, when you said, Paul said that a man who cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel?
It was a woman who they're talking about if the husband dies,
Okay.
his brother's supposed to sit up there and pick up the slack as far as financing his wife. That's what Paul was
Oh.
referring to. Okay,
Oh.
he can't override God. Period. Period. No matter what a man says in the Bible, if God said do this, this, and that, you can't have another man come along and tell you, oh yeah, do it this way. No, you got
Yeah.
God right there. Why would you listen to another man when you got God?
Mhm.
He was a
Yeah.
religious man, but he was a man. And what did God say about men? We are all sinners. All. Not just the regular people who are not ministers or saints or whoever. All. If you're a man, you're a sinner. Period.
Hmm. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Andre. You really shared a deep insight and understanding, about the passage in the Bible about a man providing for his family. Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful I heard this from you, and I've been able to, learn a lot. So, let's talk about this book. So what you're saying now is any couple who's currently going through, say, an acrimony in their marriage, this book would be good for them, right?
Oh, most definitely. Anybody
Oh,
that's
okay.
this is for anybody that's going through any issues, it tells you exactly how to handle it.
How
What
to
the Bible
handle it.
says how to handle it.
Yeah, and for those who are just starting their journey too, right?
Oh, most definitely. You got to start somewhere. You got to, you know, this helps you understand what the Bible says about love. So therefore, you'll know if you are unequally yoked, equally yoked, all of that.
All of
Those
that.
things are important. That's
Oh.
Extremely
Okay.
important.
Okay. Say for someone who is not yet in a relationship and the person is asking, how do I know God's will for my life in marriage? Or in the guy I'm supposed or the girl I'm supposed to get involved with,
Well,
can they also get a copy of this book, or do you just recommend it for those who are already in a relationship or
no,
marriage?
no, 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 no. I recommend
Okay.
it for everybody. I recommend it for everybody, whether you're in a relationship or you're about to or you want a relationship. You see, if you're in a relationship, then it helps you, make your relationship stronger. But if you're
Oh,
not in a relationship and you're looking for one, it helps you know exactly what you should be looking for.
okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Andre. So if someone wants to get a copy of your book or your four books, how would they be able to do that?
Okay, you can go to ahip.com /just ask Dre, and you'll see my whole catalog.
Just ask Dre.
Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Wow. Thank you so much. Are your books also
Uh,
available on Amazon? Yeah.
um, one of them is
Okay,
maybe
okay,
two.
okay.
Yeah, because I
I,
stopped marketing on Amazon because I wasn't making as much on Amazon because Amazon try to take most of your money. It's a good starting point if you don't have any money. That's the point of Amazon. Everything is print
okay.
on demand and things of that nature.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
once you make the money, then you can sit up there and go to any book printer and print your books for cheap.
Oh, okay. You print your book yourself and you sell it. You sell it for
Exactly.
the amount you want to sell it. You keep all your
Yep.
commissions, all your royalties, and all your gains
Exactly. It's
to
all
yourself.
yours.
Yeah, yeah. That's the advantage of it. Think of printing by yourself and distributing by yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So do you have any contact information, say where you'd like someone to be able to reach out if they ask questions, where someone can reach you if they have questions?
Sure. They could email me at justaskdre@gmail.com.
Okay. All right, you've heard it all from Andre. Thank you so much, Andre, for joining me. I've really enjoyed my time with you. Thank you so much for a beautiful conversation.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you. And I really wish you, all the best. And I pray that, God will continue to lift your ministry as you continue to reach out to lives, because so many people are going through a lot in their
Mm-hmm.
relationships. Yeah, it's terrible what's
Yes.
happening these days. But thank God for people like you who are, doing this, sending out rescue, because I really see this as a form of rescue on its own, because emotional problems is almost as bad as physical abuse, or issues or troubles.
Oh, most
And
definitely it is.
yes, yes,
100%. Yes, it is. Emotional abuse. Yes. People get
yeah.
traumatized behind that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you wanted to say something else more?
No.
So thank you so much everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, including the little banter I had with Andre. If you did, please go get a copy of his book. I also highly recommend his books to everyone who is in a relationship, yet to be in a relationship, and anyone who is currently experiencing difficulties or going through any difficulty or a difficult time in their relationships. I pray that, as you read the book, God will minister to your heart and provide the healing you need. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for listening. Till I come your way again next time, I'm saying stay safe, stay blessed, and bye bye, everyone.
Step into the light where hope is found. Voices of love with a peaceful sound. The Christian reader calls to thee, a world is found. Voices of love with a peaceful sound. The Christian reader calls to thee, a warp is found. Voices of love with a peaceful sound. The Christian reader calls to thee, a world of grace and harmony.